Howdy everybody. Wanted to talk today about something that I've done to my truck that I meant to discuss in the last video, but I just totally forgot to mention it, but someone rightfully pointed it out in the comments, is the paint protection film, or PPF, that I put on my truck. PPF is something that I don't really see talked about a lot in the off-road community. It's talked a lot about in high-end performance cars, daily drivers, like EVs, Tesla, stuff like that, vehicles that have some soft paint. But I don't really see it talked about in the off-road community. So I wanted to address that and give you some of my thoughts on it being on my truck. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what is PPF, why I put PPF on my truck, the install experience and what goes through that process to get it on your truck, pros and cons and my thoughts on PPF, and at the very end I'll give you the total cost of what it took me to put PPF on my truck and if I would do it again and if I think it was a waste of money. For those unfamiliar with what PPF is, it is a urethane film that goes on the outside of your vehicle. Think a wrap that you've seen before, but it's a little bit thicker. It's supposed to go on the outside of your car to protect it from rock chips and debris and bird poop and whatever else might hit your vehicle that you don't want on it. The community that has really embraced PPF has been the high-end car community, which is 911s and Lamborghinis and Ferraris. The value of those cars and the cost of repair for those cars makes it worthwhile to protect it with this PPF film to protect it from rock chips as they sit much lower to the ground than normal vehicles. Well, you might be saying to yourself, well, Led, you certainly do not have a high-end sports car, so why would you ever spend the money on putting PPF on your truck? Well, we'll talk about that in the next section here. So why I got PPF. I live here in the beautiful state of Colorado, which everyone knows is notorious for Colorado pinstriping. To a lot of people, it's a badge of honor. To me, it was more of a hindrance for when I went out. And look, I can hear it now in the comments. Lad's got a mall crawler. Look, I go off-road. I do see off-roading. I did get some pinstriping on the previous trucks that I've owned, my F-150 Raptor. It hurt my soul, I'm not gonna lie. But the whole point of this truck is to get out further and get out deeper and not worry about sticks and branches and debris and rock chips. I don't need that in the back of my brain while I'm off-roading. I just want to go out into the woods and enjoy the ride. Outside of it just getting scratched up by being off-road, another aspect that I really liked about PPF is you don't have to baby the paint during your wash cycle. So everyone's got to wash their truck eventually. You got to be real meticulous, especially with a black truck. I've owned a black truck in the past. It's been an absolute pain in the butt to try to keep clean. I knew this going in. PPF allows you to, when it's dirty, I can spit on a rag and wipe it clean and nothing bad happens. PPF has a self-healing layer on top of it to where if it gets slightly scratched, you put it out in the sun, it warms up, scratches are gone. Easy peasy. You don't have to worry about it when you're cleaning up the truck. You don't have to baby the paint. You can just wipe it with a dirty rag and you're probably fine. So as for the install experience and what I have on my truck, I went with XPEL Stealth, which is a satin finish. With the black truck, I really felt like some of the highlights and some of the lines within the truck were hidden by the black paint. It just kind of got sucked up in that inky black paint that comes on it. So when you put the satin on it, you can really see the lines in the side of the truck and in the bed and kind of the muscular features of the truck. And so I wanted to try out the Stealth and kind of go Batman mode, right? I found a local XPEL installer near me called Man Cave, Colorado. Shout out to them. They've done a few of my trucks now, at least for the ceramic coating and stuff like that. and they've always done well by me. So once I drop my truck off, they typically go through a paint correction process where they go through your truck and look at the factory paint job. There's usually blemishes and some orange peel that they'll go work through, polish out, and make sure your truck is pristine before they put this film on, because anything that is underneath that film will absolutely show in the finished product. So installation of PPF is a very meticulous process. As I've stated before, they have to go through a paint correction process up front to make sure your paint is ready to put the film on it. After that, it takes multiple days for them to go through each panel and lay the PPF on. It's a very thick film compared to a wrap, and the way that they install it is much different. A wrap is installed like a sticker, it's installed dry. Paint protection film is installed wet. They'll soak it down with a soapy solution to where they can slide it around the hood and wrap it around the edges. Sometimes they have to cut certain corners because it won't bend the same way that wraps will. It takes a lot of time. My total install took almost a full week. Granted, I did get tint and a ceramic coat put on afterwards, and ceramic coat's just a very hydrophobic layer. Think a wax on steroids. That takes about a couple hours to put on, but my total install took about a week, and they worked all the way up until I was there to pick it up. So now that we've discussed the install experience, let's talk through some pros and cons. Let's talk about pros first. So one of the biggest pros for me is you do not have to worry about your paint. It's not a full maintenance-free solution. You do have to wash it every once in a while. If a bird poops on it, if you get bugs on the front of your truck, you need to clean it off as quickly as you can. But cleaning it is now not a huge process to where you gotta lubricate it and wash it with a 3-bucket method and all that stuff. You literally can get a rag, spit on your hand, and clean off a bug on the front of it, and it's probably not gonna hurt the PPF. It makes it so much more simple to live with your truck. It makes it so much easier to clean. You just don't have to baby your truck as much anymore. So another big pro for me is something we discussed earlier in the video, which is the peace of mind that comes with having it on the trail. I don't have to worry about pinstriping. I can get out deep. I can go out far. I don't have to go and search if the trail's wide enough for me all the time like I used to have to when I was worried about my paint. I can just go out and enjoy being off-road and wheeling around with some friends. I think another pro to discuss, at least for my truck, because it has the satin PPF, it totally transformed what my truck looked like. It went from just another black truck to something that's a little bit more like Batman's off-road truck. I love the way it turned out. I love the satin finish. It's not matte. It still has a sheen to it, but it catches the light in a way that shows off all the truck's lines that I just absolutely love. Another pro for me is the warranty that comes with Expel PPF if installed by a certified installer. The warranty is a 10-year warranty. So if there's any failure from the installation or failure of the product that isn't caused by you like scraping a knife against it or anything crazy, they'll replace the panel and maybe replace all of your install. I think that's a great warranty. Wraps only last 2 or 3 years, especially if they sit out in the sun, but PPF is warranted up to 10 years. If you park in a garage and you don't park outside a ton, it may even last longer than that. To me, that's a pretty good investment for a vehicle. So with the pros out of the way, let's talk about some of the very clear cons that come with it. So the first con, very easy to discuss, the cost. Let's talk about how much I spent on this PPF install. My PPF install was $7,000. I know. That's a lot. It's a ton of money. Absolutely a ton of money. You can go buy an old clapped out Jeep that'll do 10 times more off-road than most of the trucks that we own. But it is a very labor-intensive process. The installers that do it get paid very well because it's a very hard thing to do. From what I've heard, PPF is far harder to install than a wrap, and it shows in the cost, and it shows in the time it takes them to put it on your truck. I know it's a ton of money. It's not for everybody. But for me, it was worth trying out to see if it was worth it this time around. Another con is there can be times where dirt gets under the edges of the PPF if it's not fully installed correctly. If you ever go to do this, make sure you ask the installer if they wrap the edges where they can. You can't wrap all edges, but that's important because if there's any line that isn't wrapped, dirt and debris can get behind it and show where the PPF is and where it isn't. That comes into play more with light colored vehicles, so white or light gray or anything like that, because you will definitely see like a dark line on your PPF to where the dirt's getting behind it. And this is not something that can be easily cleaned or taken out. Another con, as much as I talked about how bulletproof it is and how you can spit shine the thing, it's not fully bulletproof. You still have to clean it and maintain it. It can get etching from water spots. You can't just go wash it in full sun and let everything dry on it. It will get permanent water spots. And the problem with that is, if you get water spots on your glossy paint, you buff it out, it's gone. With PPF, it's there. You would have to fully remove the panel and redo it. So just keep in mind, you would still have to maintain and clean the PPF once you install it. It's not fully bulletproof. It won't keep from dents and dings. If somebody slams a car door into it, you're still going to see a dent. It may help it out a little bit, but you're still going to see a dent. So it's not fully bulletproof. So with all the pros and cons out of the way, you may be asking, Led, would you do it again? Would you buy the PPF on your truck? At the time of recording this, I would. I was fortunate enough to have the money saved up to be able to do it. I feel like it was still a good investment for this truck, something that I'm going to keep for a very long time. I would do it again. I would go to the same installer. The prices that I got were kind of the same all in my area. It is a ton of money, but I've really appreciated not having to worry so much about my paint. And that's just me. I'm an OCD guy when it comes to paint. I can't stand scratches. When people clean their cars with a broom, it makes me cringe. I probably shouldn't care about that on a off-road vehicle, but I do. So to me, the install was absolutely worth it. And I haven't even been able to get out on the weird, sketchy stuff yet because it's still snowy in the mountains here in Colorado. I guarantee you when I'm out on a weekend trek and I get on a tight trail and I can just scrape against branches and not care about it, I'm going to appreciate I have that PPF on my truck. To wrap it up, I don't know if PPF is for everybody. There's a lot of you out there that you wear your pinstripes like a badge of honor. You don't worry about rock chips and bird poop. You get off a trail and you're like, hell yeah, brother, look at these pinstripes. I'm really off-roading. And hey, I wish I was more like you. I wish I could do that and be that way and not give two craps about pinstripes on the side of my truck. But I do. And those of you that are concerned about it like me, I would suggest go and do some of your own research on PPF and see if it's right for you. After this summer of off-roading and wheeling and getting on some tight trails, I'll try to do a follow-up video and show some of the road rash and scars that I get on my PPF if any of it sticks, and do more of an in-depth analysis of where I'm at and what I think of PPF and if it's still something I would do. So look for that video sometime around this winter. All right, y'all, that's it for this video. I'm going to wrap it up here. So thank you for sticking by, listening to the video. Hope you come back. All right, peace.